Hi everyone, I'm Victoria with Precipice, and as always, I thank you for being here with me. I really appreciate it. Today, I want to talk about something that's been bothering me for a while, and I just feel like I need to communicate this. I would like to talk about the boycotting of stores, of businesses right now, and I will say first that I understand how important it is for us to take steps against these large corporations, against corporations that where the top-down rulership and the billionaires at the top, or the stockholders at the top, and the people who are not making enough money at these places. That is something we definitely need to address at this time. However, what I want to talk about is the people who are actually working at these places, and I'm talking Walmart, Target, McDonald's, all the box stores, right, are not making enough money. And I have to tell a little bit of a story here. I worked at one of those box stores for a year and maybe not quite a year and a half. And I went to work there because I live right down the street from this particular store. I always liked the brand a lot, and just a lot of things about the way they did business. So when I went to work there, the whole issue with DEI blew up, and this particular store supposedly pulled back their DEI program. Now, what I saw internally, I have to say, is I saw zero changes internally. I saw everyone being hired that would have always been hired. And I saw nothing change as far as celebration of Women's History Month, Black History Month. I thought that was really great that we got to work at a place where those things were acknowledged. I also worked in a situation where I experienced more diversity than I've ever experienced in my life. I've been in finance, I've been in real estate, and this was really just such a lovely breath of fresh air to work with people from all walks of life, every race, color, country. It was just really a beautiful thing. And I will tell you that there was so much less ego involved with these people that I work with than I've ever experienced before. That was a real gift to experience that and work within that atmosphere, that arena. Now, the CEO of the particular company that I worked for had said publicly, yeah, the DEI program was, over and done with, and bent the knee to the current political situation. And there's a lot of reasons for that, apparently several stores had experienced vandalism in certain parts of the country. And so, they did what they did, which I don't agree with at all, to bend the knee that way at all. But I guess my message today is that when we jump on the boycott wagon, who are we really hurting? Are we hurting the billionaire at the top, or the people who are going in every day to work who absolutely need these jobs? Now, I worked there because I needed to work there. I had extra medical expenses. I'm on Social Security. So, my personal situation isn't dire, but I did need extra money. And I really enjoyed a lot of things about my job. Now, I whined about a lot of things too. My friends can tell you that. But I got to work in the style department of this particular store. And I love working with fabric, clothing, all that good stuff. And I loved the people that I worked with. And one woman who I made good friends with she's probably 26 now, I think. She's the main breadwinner for her family. And she's also getting her college degree on the side after she works 40 hours a week at this store. I worked with another woman whose husband had just changed jobs and they didn't have health insurance, so she needed health insurance, so she came to work at this store. And so, like I said, people from all different backgrounds, walks of life, and everybody's there for mainly the reason to keep a roof over their heads, but also for a lot of different reasons. And but they are all working there because they have to work there. And by boycotting, we are hurting the people who go into work every single day and do these jobs. And are they making enough money? No. We have to change that. And we have to change the top-down structure from rich down to people who are probably have to work more than one job to make ends meet. There were several teachers that I worked with there who this was their second job. So I guess I just want to say before we jump on the bandwagon of this store's awful and that store's awful. Well, yeah, there's a lot of awful stuff, but it's not the people who are working there that are creating the awful. They are working there for survival reasons. So I just want to say before we jump into something, we need to look at the whole picture. And we need to find different ways to make these changes in our society. I was listening to a podcast the other day of people I really respect, and they went into this thing, well, we just need to shop locally and blah, blah, blah. And you know what? That sounds pretty elitist to me because where are we supposed to shop locally? Our society has changed in that regard. And I can tell you, I've worked for local retail stores, and these people can't afford to pay very much either because of the way things are structured. So I would love to see that come back. I would love to be able to go into the corner grocery store, which existed when I was little. But that was a long time ago. I'm 71 years old. I haven't seen anything like that in a very long time. I moved to where I'm living now from a mountain town, and we had grocery stores. We had one local grocery store, which was great. But the other grocery store was a chain. Not a huge corporation, but pretty big corporation that it was a part of. We had a local bookstore. We had some stores that were great to shop at, but if you wanted a pair of underwear, you had to go drive an hour to one of the big box stores to get what you needed. So it's a complicated situation, and I'm not here to try to fix that, but I am here to say, before we jump in and just say something's really bad, let's look at the whole picture and see if we can bring ideas together to change things, like possibly unions for the workers. And the workers themselves are the ones that have to make that happen. We can't make it happen from the outside, but we can hopefully assist people in understanding that that might be something they need to fight for. I don't have the answers, but I just want to say that I'm on the side of the people who need to be paid decent wages for what they do, and that the whole societal structure needs to change to make that happen. And the other thing I will say is it's not only these giant box stores that don't pay enough, it's everywhere. I have not wanted to be in charge for a very long time in my workplace. I just don't want to be that person. So I've taken jobs in the finance area that I didn't want to be in charge, and I just took jobs that I hoped that I could go in and make some money and go home and not worry about things. And I will tell you, I experienced the patriarchy, the top-down structure, and nobody was paid what they were worth if they weren't in the top echelons of the business. Nobody was paid what they were worth. And I'm talking at CPA office, at property management office, a hospital. People worked there, you know what's off, to make those places run, and it's the people at the top that are making the money. So again, I'm here to say let's change all of that, and let's do that by being our authentic selves, by taking our power, by I've talked about this a lot, but by enabling the divine feminine, and I don't mean, you know, wishy-washy. I mean the divine, powerful feminine to step forward, whether we're male, female, I don't care what chromosomal combination we're born with. We need to find that within ourselves to help the collective as much as we can, and we need to be strong and centered while we make these changes, while we go forward into the collective to make changes happen on our beautiful planet. So thank you for putting up with me. I just need to do a little talk on this today. And here's the part where I'm supposed to ask you to like, subscribe, comment. Please spread the word if you like what I'm saying. And as always, I really appreciate you being here, and I'm sending love to everyone. Thank you.